is running short, so why are you lost? Couldn't you believe the truth? Don't you worry, 'cause I'm here now, and we'll still shine. Time is cutting close, let's get out what's lost. The lights are laundering, and he's done. Except for our key. Sometimes feel harder, but things will be right without a doubt. Yeah, when they choose me until today, I'll be a knight, brave and be mine. No more lies to blind my eye. Choose what you lose, and now take a piece of your world. Gonna fly through what I want. That's what it takes. So close to the goal, head to light that I will hold. Now it's time to gather what's lost. Show me how stars fall down and still shine bright. Wherever you go, and I'll be your side, so that we can sail under the night. I'll keep through all time. Sometimes in life, the voice that screams out unspoken time. Yeah, when they push you on, don't fret, here's a knight who proves what's right. No more lies to deceive the right. Choose what you lose, and now take a piece of a world. Gonna find through what we want. That's how it's done this way. Time is running short, so why are you lost? Couldn't you believe the truth? Don't you worry, 'cause I'm here now, and we'll still shine. Time is cutting close, let's get out what's lost. The lights are laundering, and
What's up, guys? It is Stellar Blade Day. This is crazy hype. Seriously, this is probably the most excited I've been for a collab since even going Part 1, but probably even more excited for this one. And I think the community is super hyped for this too. Like, Eve is amazing. Stellar Blade is one of my favorite games, and I honestly, this is going to be amazing. Let's just get this out of the way right now. Let's get these glasses out of the way right now, too. This Racer's High debacle is not good, okay? Shift Up really messed up, okay? They really, really messed up, and as much as I want this, I'm not going to buy this at least yet. I want to see if they can do something about this. We'll see. We'll see. I have a large fund used for the collab thanks to the generous donations of you viewers. Thank you so much. We may tap into that today, but I might wait until later in the collab to see what I can get with the resources that I have and then buy things accordingly. So we might not tap into the Stellar Blade fund yet, but we do have $119.99 in the fund. So thank you so much, guys. Everything else about this collab other than this Racer's High thing is amazing. Like this, I can already tell you it's amazing. I haven't even played it yet. I just got off of work from the day job, and I'm excited to get into this with you. I'm going to be pulling for Core 7 Eve, and I am going to be doing viewer polls for Eve, and of course we'll just be going through the event and chilling. At some point, I want to stream Stellar Blade with all the Nikke stuff too, so that might happen tomorrow or Friday. I don't know exactly, but I will be doing an actual Stellar Blade stream like back in the day when I went through the whole game on stream as well. So look forward to that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you can see more Stellar Blade content both in Nikke and in Stellar Blade and see Nikke content there as well. So I think that's probably enough for my intro. Let's go ahead and see who is in chat. We have Lone Syndicate, Grimjaw, Kid Crow, Dr. Yiggles, City Zion. Hello, Stellar Blade Edition physics class is in session. Yes, it is, and we have a lot of physics to study in this one. Grimjaw is present. Mark you off as attended. Dawn of the Day is finally here. Welcome to Stellar Blade X Nikke collaboration physics class. Thank you, Kikro. Welcome to you as well. Sounds like Kikro is the presenter. Yeah, baby. Nice. The host is oh god, why can't I think of his name? Flexing one of the custom emojis though. Dr. Eagle's also flexing one of the custom emojis with Quincy. Always good to see her. Hey, hello chat. All right, let's go ahead and just collect a few things. We're gonna click some red dots, and we will see. Kind of like as more people come in to the stream. This is not a day that I typically stream on, so we'll see how full it gets, but sort of like we'll give people a chance to join up before I start my polls. I'm also going to record my polls live and make a poll video. I made 3 videos earlier this morning analyzing the kits of the 3 new units. Check those out if you haven't already. They're interesting, like, and I mean that in like a very literal sense. Like, the kits of all 3 units are interesting. It's not like, they have like pretty unique things. Some of them look strong, some of them, not as strong, but all useful and like, I would say well-made kits. Like, there's clearly a lot of development that went into them. Lone Syndicate popping off with the money emojis. Dude, we'll see. So, I caveat the whole Core 7 thing with, like, depending on how it goes, we'll see, like, how I need to dip into the fund and if I need to pick up some after, like, pulling for Raven, because I do want to make sure I'm able to get Raven, right? So, it might not all happen immediately. Hey, yo, look at this. Greens to Commanders, 9,000 gems. Thank you, Shift Up. Thank you for your support for the Gossip Victory Nikke official community. I won Best Content Creator contest for the anniversary event. That's what this is from. So thank you. I'll take the 9K gems. Maintenance gift. All of y'all should have gotten that, as well as some credits. Can always use some more credits. Let's go to the outpost really quick. Sup, Malk? Welcome to the stream. Dispatche. Ooh, we get to level up with the synchro too. Level up, level up. Let's go back. Yeah, the particular thing that I won that contest for was my raid guide. That video kind of popped off. I think it helped a lot of new players understand how solo raids work. So let's do some advising. And I'm, of course, going to leave one open for Eve. And we'll talk to admin really quick. And Maiden. Dude, Maiden's summer skin is probably still kind of insane. Like, one of the best. One of the best. Let's see. Oh, I already talked to Admi. Talked to Mori. Dude, I still can't go over that, like, somebody in the comments where I talked about Mori's skills said that she was a lolly. Like, sure, she's not, like, a giant triple F size, but, like, Mori is definitely not a lolly. Just saying. Let's talk to Zvi here really quick, too. Eve doesn't advise. Oh, yes, thank you for the reminder, Kikro. She does not have advise. I can only give her gifts. So good call. I don't even have to worry about that. Thank you for the reminder. Which is still so strange to me. Like, why can you not advise abnormal units? It's just like a weird omission. It's hard for me to believe that it would cost that much more development time to, like, write a few lines of text. I don't know. Kind of weird. Let's see. Let's go with this. Nice, rank up. And Delta. Nice, rank up with Delta 2. 3 more, okay. More people are coming in. Welcome anybody that just joining the stream. We're gonna do polls in a little bit here, just getting a few things out of the way while more people are joining the stream. Gifts only sounds like a gold digger? Yeah, it's true. Dang, all the abnormal girls are just like, give me more gifts. You're just happy that the story is full voiced for this collab, which is unique to Nikke collabs. It's true. It's true. That's really cool. Let's see. Who? Oh, Arcana. Yo, I always forget about Arcana. And level up with her. Okay, cool. So that was all our advise. Let's get out of here. Did I send the people to the bulletin boards already? If I turn this on, is it just like as bright as all hell? It kind of just makes me orange, like extremely orange. So let's just not do that. One day, oh, I just went back in. One day, I will upgrade this camera. It'll happen. It'll happen. It hasn't been high on my priorities yet. Dude, I have been so insanely busy with, like, I've had so many extra, like, things to think about and projects to manage with the day job. And then with so much happening in, like, games that I make content for, whether it's the launch of a Theory restart and trying to make new videos and guides for that, or, like, the collabs happening in Nikke, my brain's gonna explode. But the good thing is, I'm still having fun, so that's always a good thing. Let's grab our niece, our what was I about to say? Our rewards for our pass. Collab might not be the most fun in terms of pulling for you. Dude, sorry for the bad luck, Milk. Dude, this skin, I use this skin in-game, the actual Stellar Blade skin, pretty often. Oh my god. Bro. How are we supposed to play this? Yeah, and this is, if I remember correctly, this is one of the harder to get skins in Stellar Blade. You have to beat all of the boss challenge on hard, which of course I've done. I've done everything. Let's see, let's take a look at the costume gacha. Scarlet Racer High can be obtained from the costume gacha or the CD key provided in Stellar Blade Complete Edition. When the CD key is redeemed, it will be accepted even if you already own the costume, but the same costume cannot be obtained again. Yeah, whatever. Let's take a look at it. This is an extremely high quality skin, guys. Why did they fuck up so badly? This was another one of my favorite skins. Like, I used this extensively while going through the demo of Stellar Blade. Whatever, let's do our free pull. Let's do our free pull. I don't want to dwell on the negative, but just know that I'm not happy about it. Yeah, we get free tickets in the shop. Yep, that's something they started doing recently. We'll take it. We'll do our next free pull. What's up, LeMay? Best of luck, you MLB'd Eve with 68 tickets and 40k gems. Now you're waiting for Raven and then the Yorha units. What's up, DanX? Yeah, thank you. And probably a good idea, if you haven't done Nier already, good idea to save for them because they're pretty cool. Hey, that's a good one. As far as the blue rewards we could get, that's extremely good. I will take it. All right, let's do it again. I think this is our last pull. It just feels bad that, like, even if I would have to pay like an extra, you know, like 15, 20 or whatever to make up the difference of what the complete edition costs or whatever the case is, the fact that I can't get it as an original PlayStation version buyer, unless I just buy it through the gacha, is really lame. What do I have in new in here? What is new? Advise stuff? Oh, episode viewing. Oh, it's Privity's episodes. Alright, I'm going to skip these guys. I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to skip them. I will probably go back and watch them, but I need to get rid of the alert, and that's going to drive me crazy. Play episode. Skip, 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 skip. Claim. Alright. Okay. Anything else I should do here to prepare? Looking forward to Nier coming back soon. Keep A2 in here for the moment. Okay, I think we're probably ready to start our pulls. So this animation Eve does from her burst is from one of the counters you could do. Yo. Shift up. You know your audience. I'm just going to say that. I don't know how you get away with this stuff. But anyway, yeah, this animation right here is like the specially timed counter you can do when the boss does certain moves. If you time it correctly, you'll dodge and do a counterattack. It's something that you really need to master to be effective in combat. Okay, did we get revisions to the wish list yet? I didn't check the notices. I should have checked the notices. What am I looking for here? I want to say it probably didn't change. I'm not sure. Arcana isn't on the list yet, right? Arcana. Oh, she is. But not K. Oh, K is. Okay, literally everybody's on here. Okay, so we can also do normal polls as well. That's kind of cool. Okay, so let's take off Zwei and put on K. And then I think we'll leave it like that. So what were we waiting on? Arcana, K, Mihara, and Little Mermaid. Who should I take off for Little Mermaid? Probably I will remove Rappy for Little Mermaid. All right, we'll confirm that. Okay, so we'll get into that later on. The CEO said they are trying to solve the scarlet skin situation. Yes, Danix, I saw the post. I think they know that they pretty royally screwed up on that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start recording. Of course, I'll leave chat up there, but I will be paying less attention because I'll be looking at that ass. No, I'll be looking at things like the camera too while I'm recording. All right, so let's go ahead and record. Okay. Oh, let me take a quick drink of water here before we start recording the video. Little Mermaid had already been in the game for the last 3 weeks. Dude, I didn't even pay attention. I'm gonna be real. I did not even pay attention. Okay, so let's start recording the live polls here. Hey everyone, Sparks back with another Goddess Victory Nikke video. It is the Stellar Blade collab, and I am going to go for Core 7 Eve. I have never done this before, for any unit ever. In fact, I literally only own one Core 7 unit, which is Leader. I got a few months ago after playing the game for 2.5 years. Typically, I just go for one copy of the unit, and then for specific ones that I think are either really strong DPS units or something that I'm a big fan of, I will go for MLB. But we're going to try and go for Core 7 on Eve. You can see I have a lot of resources saved up here, 123,000 gems and 17 rainbow tickets. There is a small caveat here, I'll tell you guys. I may not actually get Core 7 today because I want to make sure that I can get Raven first. And then after I get Raven, then I'll come back and finish up Eve. But pray for me, okay? Hope that we can actually get Core 7 right now. Also, anybody in chat, say hello to everybody watching the YouTube VOD right now. And then I'm going to do viewer polls right after my Eve. So, all right, here we go. First multi for Eve. Eve looks like a very strong unit. You can build her for 100% crit, and she's just going to wreck everything. Oh, we are starting off right away with an orange spark. Okay. Dude, let this be Eve. That'll be absolutely mega. It's a Pilgrim. Okay, I'll take the Pilgrim. Snow White, please. Dorothy. Alright. I mean, I'll take Dorothy. Dorothy is cool. I can't complain about getting a Pilgrim. Alright, starting off with a Pilgrim immediately. People in chat saying hello to YouTube. Poll number 2. Eve. Another gold spark immediately. Alright. Let's do it. Show me the abnormal. It's the first one. Another Pilgrim? What? 2 Pilgrims in a row? Cinderella. Even better than Dorothy. I will take the Cinderella. What is happening? Is this like secret Pilgrim rate up banner? We're not actually going to get Eve? That's nuts. Okay, we're dipping into our full-on gems now. Let's do it. I'm not even going to be able to keep track of like the amount of polls that I do here because I'm going to be doing so many. So if anybody, a brave viewer, in a row, wants to count how many polls I do by the end of the video, leave me a comment and let me know how many polls it took me until I finished Eve. What is happening? 3 in a row. Show me the abnormal. Tetra. Bro, does Eve not actually exist in this game? Axia. Alright, we'll take the Axia. Sure. Okay. Let's do it again. Dev mode has been turned on. Change? No. Okay. That would have been wild. 4 in a row would have been absolutely wild. By the way, I love this burst animation. I was just saying this earlier before I started recording. It's the like special dodge counter that she does while fighting bosses if you like time it correctly. I love that they made that her burst. All right, here we go. Let's do it again. Show me Eve. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. We deserve to get like several blue or just purples in a row without any golds because we got 3 golds in a row immediately. I mean, like, that's kind of crazy. Or we could just start our streak again. All right, come on. Abnormal, please. Eve number 1, Eve number 1. Oh, finally! First copy of Eve. Alright, what was this? 6 pulls in? If you remember, chat, how many pulls was this? First copy of Eve. Man, she looks amazing. This whole outfit was really cool. It's a very unique design. Like, they very much made her look kind of like a dragonfly, which is not something you would expect to see in like any game normally. Beautiful. First copy of Eve. Alright, we are going to go back out to the lobby really quick and put Eve in right away. As I say before, it's very important to show your devotion to whoever you're pulling. I got the green light in the background too. To attract her, as is tradition. Always do the matching colored lights for whoever we're pulling for. Eve, where are you? There we go. And let's fully equip her. Don't want to leave her feeling left out. Again, gotta show her weak hair, so she's more likely to come for more pulls. Alright, got a full set waiting for her. I'll give her a cube too. What cube should I give her? Let's go for Bastion Cube. I don't know, we'll take it off at 2B. Sure. And, alright, we're good. We won't get into, like, everything yet. I will give her a doll, though. There we go. And, of course, I'm going to overload and level up her skills, but we got to get back into the polls. Maybe after a little while, we'll come back and put her in the synchro if we need to coax her out yet again. Alright, let's go to recruit. Next poll. Yes, I had all the near units set up in my lobby. That's right. Chat is admiring my lobby wallpapers. Alright, that's a miss. That's a miss. Confirm. We have gold tickets too, of course. I will use gold tickets as needed. Change. Ooh, we got the change. At this point, I've pulled more SSRs than not. Show me abnormal again. Yes. Eve number 2. I've been saving all my resources for so long. Alright, we're gonna go Limit Breaker. Again, just gotta keep up with it. Wherever she's at. Eve? Oh no, it's gonna be, oh, here we go, Eve. Alright, Limit Break. Dude, they know that I was gonna go all in for Eve, and they decided to reward me. They're like, okay, we won't be stingy. He's been saving for a long time. we gotta get enough views so I can win another creator contest. They're helping me out. By the way, I am an official Nikke content creator, so subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Nikke videos. Nothing that time. Let's do it again. We are now breaking the 100k threshold. Another gold spark. I don't have an explanation for this, guys. Is it another abnormal? Another Eve? It's a Missilus. Dang. Okay. Alright, alright. Who do we got? Quincy! That is a very good pull. Probably The missilist unit that I would want the most. Nice. Welcome, Quincy. Please show me abnormal. So I do think, before we even do any testing, Eve is the best unit of this collaboration. Raven definitely has a place, but she's much more niche, and I think Eve is just going to wreck everything. Dr. Eagles showing the member-exclusive Quincy emojis in chat when I pulled that Quincy. Nice. Nothing. SSR rate is insane, though. Dude, it is. It is. Alright, it's about that time again. Gold Spark? Change? No? Okay. Okay, we've broken 90k. We've broken 90k. I'm a little scared of just how much it takes to get a core 7. Like I said, I've never done this before. Grimjoss says Master Sparks equals Gold Sparks. Yeah, pretty much. The luck is nuts. Alright, Eve. Eve, come on. It's been a few pulls. It's been a few pulls since we've seen a Gold Spark. She got shy. She got shy. The gold touches here. That's right. That's right. Alright. Let's get back to it. There we go. We haven't gotten a multi yet. Can we get a multi? Not this time. By the end of this, we gotta get multis though, right? There we go. Abnormal. Eve number 3. The gold touch is absolutely here. Give the stream a like or the video if you're watching the VOD right now. I would appreciate it. It would really help out the channel. It's also going to give me great luck with these pulls. Even if you're watching this video in the future, it'll retroactively give me luck as I'm pulling for things. That's how that works, right? Alright, let me see. Eve. There we go. There she is. Limit break her again. We are 1 away from max limit break.
신기하네. 이렇게도 강해질.
It's actually weird for me to hear her in Korean, which is funny because I play Nikke all in the original Korean language, but for whatever reason, I played Stellar Blade in English, which people had some criticisms of that. Although I thought Eve was actually decent. I don't want to throw any shade at the voice actors. And so it's weird. So when I'm normally used to hearing things in Korean, and a lot of people played Stellar Blade in Korean because they prefer the voice acting, I'm like the one weird person that is used to the English, even though I normally play Nikke in Korean. So I'm kind of like opposite on everything, I guess. Alright, come on, Eve. Another gold spark. What is happening? Okay, literally, like, comment below if you're watching the video. What has been the ratio of orange sparks versus not? Like, this is totally nuts. It's Tetra this time. Bay! Alright, there we go. I will take it. Bay is on my wish list. Still trying to complete her MLB wallpaper. She's a personal favorite. Happy to have Bay. Malk says, yo, this is crazy. It's true. Alright, that's a miss. That's a miss. Do it again. Chat says, wishing you the best. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, and your wishing me the best worked to get the change. Even when it's purple, it's not purple. Elysian, okay, okay. Okay. Mask, Romantic Maid. That's solid. That is solid. No complaints on that. I need more copies of her anyway. Very good unit. Alright, we are going under the 70k mark for gems. Mouth using the Master Sparks exclusive emojis. Double Mihara though. That's gotta be worth something, right? 69,000 gems. Nice. Alright, that's 2 in a row that we missed. 2 in a row that we missed. I'm so spoiled. I'm like, 2 in a row where I didn't get an SSR. What is this trash? Three in a row. Oh, you know what? I haven't been clapping my hands. That's probably a problem. I broke tradition. Okay. Try it again. Please give me Eve. This will be max limit break Eve. There you go, guys. That's all it takes. I have to like keep my traditions going. Okay, we got SSR towards the end. Yes! It is abnormal. Let's go. That is our last copy to max limit break. So this is normally where I would stop. This would already be nuts. But our journey is yet to begin. I gotta get 7 more copies of Eve, which I can't even believe I'm saying this. Like I said, this is a first for me. It's, how much I'm going all in on Stellar Blade. There we go. Upgrade complete. And we got the maximum wallpaper. Dude, I love this. This is so cool. Like, this is just the perfect burst that they could have done. Now, I know some people were kind of hoping for, like, a tacky animation or, like, her final transformation where she gets the angel wings and stuff. That would have been really cool. But this is, I feel like, maybe a little more iconic. Also, it gives me copium that will actually get tacky in a part 2 since Eve doesn't get the tacky mode for her burst. So, just saying. Let's put her in the lobby. We'll take out the near collab wallpaper and do that. Let's see it. Dude, that is so badass. Dude, everything, like, the movement, like, the angle, like, just, it looks so cool. Very, very good choice. Good job, Shift Up. It's like something out of, like, a really high-quality, like, action anime where you get those, like, crazy angles and, like, wide-angle lenses. I like it. Also, before we resume our polls for Core 7, let's put her in the synchro. Is she cracked? Maybe. Maybe is all I can say. She looks very good. I imagine people have already been testing her. I think she is definitely worth building. I'm also just a huge Stellar Blade fan, and I think Eve is pretty undoubtedly the best unit of the 3 in this collaboration. So we're going for Core 7. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe not. Okay, so now she's in the synchro. Where did that put her right away? Just so I'm like easily able to find her again. Still obviously pretty far down there because I haven't leveled her up at all. Okay. All right, let's go back to our recruiting. We're going Core 7, most likely. Most likely. Like I said, it kind of depends on how many resources I have left, because I do need to make sure I can still get Raven. Alright, here we go. We're going to go Core something, at least. I just don't want to leave myself with nothing. Still have to prepare for Raven, but I'm sure we can get more of Eve. I've still got nearly 60,000 gems. Alright, Core 1, come on. Alright, that's 2 misses in a row. Let's do Recruit again. I never do this. Please give me Eve. Change? Oh no. The difficulty curve has increased. They're like, okay, if you're going for cores, we're turning on hard mode. Chat is saying they think that Raven will actually be stronger. Raven will be very strong where she is strong. But Raven has a very specific kit where she will be nuts against bosses that have parts and parts that regenerate. However, in most situations, I would be very surprised if Raven was harder than, or more powerful than Eve. I think Eve is universally going to be the better DPS. Oh no! All right, we're paying for all the success we had earlier. This is we've had what, 5 misses in a row now? That's the worst that it's been in the whole polling session. All right, let's go again. Welcome everybody who just came into the stream, by the way. Say hello to the YouTube VOD. I think that's 6 misses in a row. This is easily our worst streak. All right, we're due for like a double SSR pull. We haven't gotten one yet. Change to gold. Oh my god. I'm paying for all the good luck that I had. Down to 39k. I'm getting nervous now. Change. Oh no. That was I think that was number 7 in a row that we missed. Come on, guys. Turn back on the gold sparks. Help me. Pray for me, chat. Please, 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 please. Oh my gosh. It's evening out. It's evening out. It's all gone off the rails. We're still building gold tickets though, so it's okay. We also still have the generous Stellar Blade fund from viewers. Oh my god, finally. Alright, we got the gold spark. I think we're still, overall, really doing well. But that was definitely a pretty bad dry spell right there. Missless though, ugh, that's not what I want to see. That is not what I want to see. And a Tuve, alright, that's kind of mid. Okay, let's do it again. I got 10 more pulls in the tank. We'll see. It looks like we're probably gonna have to hold off to finish Eve until Raven is released. But we did get another gold spark. Triple Eve coming in right here. Please be abnormal. Yes. Okay, okay. That is Core 1 Eve. Let's core up. Core 1.
기분 좋아. 몸을 좀 움직이고 싶어졌어.
Brand new. Have never done that for a limited character. Haven't gone for any cores on their initial rate up banner for any unit, to be honest. 6 more to go. Oh, it sounds so daunting. Alright. Gold Spark. We still have not got, as amazing as my luck has been, we still have not gotten a single multi. This was not the one. We're down to 21k. Change. No change. Double anise and double neon. Single Rappy. We almost completed the set. Alright. I just need a couple more, guys. I just need a couple more. We have gold tickets. Viscachan hopes that she is OP. I hope she's OP too. Gonna wait until you see results? Yes, as you should. Don't just like go in like I am. For everybody, you should generally wait for results. Is waifu over meta? Yes, that is also true. Do what is fun for you in the game. I say this all the time. If you like a unit, Elysian. If you like a unit, play with them, build them. Do what is fun for you. Otherwise, what's the point? You're playing a game. It's supposed to be fun. Getting that guillotine was not great. All right, let's go again. We're running out of gems. Ugh. Okay, we're getting very low here. We only have a few more pulls to go. That said, I do have all the gold tickets. So, I will get as many copies of Eve as I can and still leave enough gold tickets to get Raven. And then, like I said, later on, I have the fund for the collab from viewers that I will open up as needed. Sag. That's kind of funny. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Like, all blue on the top row, all purple on the bottom row. Alright, please give me another Eve. Change, change, change. Oh dear. Alright, we got two more. Okay. Last pull, guys. Hopefully we can end this on getting Eve. That would be super clutch. And then I'll have just shy of 600 tickets. And like I said, I'll leave 200 for Raven and redeem the rest for Eve. And then dip into the Stellar Blade fund after Raven comes out and do more pulls. Ooh, there we go. We got the gold spark. Is this the double we've finally been waiting on? It's at the beginning. Abnormal. Oh, all right. At least we got to end with an Eve pull. That's a W in and of itself. That's good. I'll take it. All right. So then let's go to the mileage shop. And I'm going to grab 2 copies of Eve. And then we'll be able to get one with Raven no matter what. Of course, I've gotten more gems. Hopefully, I'll get super lucky with being able to get a copy of Raven without it. And then we'll just see where it goes. But as of now, we'll get her to Core 2. Core 3. And Core 4. Okay. I feel like this was pretty successful, I'm not going to lie. Not to mention all the other crazy stuff that I got. I'm of course going to be doing testing with Eve, and I will upload a video with all of the results and my general opinions on her. And now the plan is, like I said, going forward, not do any more polls, even if I, get more resources until Raven comes out. I will get 1 copy of her for sure with gold tickets, and then try and go back to getting more cores on Eve, and maybe maximum break Raven. We'll see how things go, but I don't know. Let me know how your success was. Let me know what you think I should go for moving forward. Should I try and go more all in on Raven next, or just try and get my 1 copy of her? I think I've already chosen my path, but still, I'm curious to know what you guys think. Anyway, don't forget to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel for more Nikke and Stellar Blade content. Welcome all new players. I'm going to be continuing to stream for those of you who are on stream right now, and I will be doing viewer polls pretty soon as well. All right, catch you guys in the next video or stream. That was crazy, guys. That was crazy. That's so nuts. All right, let's give her some gifts. We're going to be going all in on this. I've been saving up resources of pretty much all types just to make sure that we can get there. I'll have enough left over for Raven too. I have a bunch of generic ones. Alright, I'll wait to watch her advise stories. So I'll favorite her just so I don't forget to do that. Yeah, only 3 more for her. Very, very close, to be honest. I think it's totally doable. Alright, and let's go ahead and give our core 2 to Cinderella.
몸이 가벼워졌어. 바로 나가볼까?
Dude, starting the polls with 2 Pilgrims in a row was so nuts. Ooh, and core 3 Quincy.
너무 강해져서 유명한 궤도가 되면
I need a drink.
어떡하지?
What else did I pull? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, Dorothy, core 4 Dorothy. Okay.
모두를 지키기 위해.
I'll build up my Eve, and then we'll do some viewer polls, and then I'll do actual damage test with Eve. Who else needs... Oh yeah, Romantic Maid. First copy of her. Limit Break 1.
로망이 차오르고 있으다.
Can you show the MLB animation in lobby? Yeah, I think I already showed it. But I can go back to showing it in a second. Tuve. Okay, it is cool to get Max Limit Break Tuve. I was a little disappointed when I pulled her, but it's all good. Max Limit Break is kind of cool. Still a little disappointed that I wasn't able to go to that baseball game. Why do I have a thing on Leona? Was there an alert? Oh, because I could give her another piece of equipment. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Alright, Guillotine. Did I miss anybody up here? I don't think so. Alright, Guillotine. Core 3. Not that Guillotine is very relevant nowadays. There was a moment when she was, like, better than Scarlet. Of course, nowadays, that's not saying much either, if we're being honest. Ooh, Exia. Oh, is that Core 7 Exia? Okay, hey, that's cool. My second Core 7 unit ever. Would have been better if my second Core 7 unit was Eve, but completed Exia, I'll take it. That's a big milestone. So now it's Leader and Exia. I don't know how I kept pulling her. I never even, like, had her on the wish list, but just Exia loves me or something. Oh, Bay. Oh, that finishes her max limit break. Okay, I thought I still had more. That's a big W. Nice. Let's go to lobby application. And we'll take out A2 just standing here. And who else? Who else? Signal, that's probably for equipment. Yunhua, I never pulled either of them. Or Ludmilla, or Soda. Or Clay. I need 3 more copies of Clay, unfortunately. Alright, I'm pretty sure these alerts are all for equipment. I don't think I have anything else. Let's go to the inventory really quick. Yeah, okay, that used up all the copies. Bagot's one of the best wallpapers in the game. Yeah, I'd agree. So here is what Eve's wallpaper looks like. It's epic. 5 stars. 10 out of 10. This kink in my neck is not 10 out of 10 though. Let's check out Bays too. Yeah, that's pretty peak. But let's go back to Eve. All right. I guess I have a new sticker in here. What is new? Oh, I got this new wallpaper. All right, sure. New background. Okay, so it's time to actually level up Eve's equipment, and then I will do viewer polls. We have 2 people's polls that we're going to do. Eve is probably still quite low down because she doesn't have any investment yet. Or is she? Eve? Dude, there's so many units to look through. I should probably start using the search function more. Will I MLB Raven? Possibly. Well, I'm not committing to it, but possibly. My goal was to MLB both of them. Obviously, even more than Eve. So I will probably MLB Raven, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, we'll max out the helmet here. And the gloves. Oh, I need more credits. Okay, hold up. I need to open some credit boxes. I was like, why am I stuck on 4? That's a lot of meat. 2B is pretty good too. Yeah, 2B is pretty good. Alright, let's go for more iron type materials because we're going to be maxing out their skills. Oh, that's equipment. I don't need that yet. Oh, credits. That's what I was going to do. Okay. Open all these credits. We'll open all these too. All our 1 hour and 2 hour ones. We got molds to do. I might save those for like the Raven pull video. We'll see. Okay, Eve. Back to upgrading her arms. And chest. And boots. Alright, I'm gonna hold off on leveling all of them to 5. Just, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how soon I do that. Alright, equipment modification. So, obviously, if we're going for elemental damage and attack, and crit rate. Potentially crit damage too, but I think crit rate is really the much more important thing. Why don't you open the molds? Should we save them? No, there's no real reason to save them unless you know there's a unit coming out that you want to be added to the pool. So there are situations where maybe you want to save them, but there's so many units in the pool right now, it's hard to even justify that. I just save them because then I add them to like poll videos and things like that. Sometimes I'll just add them in for fun, doing on stream. But for most people, no, there's not really a reason to. Grimjaw says, secretly hoping Raven is trash. You don't like committing to double banners anymore. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, equipment modification. We got 61 custom modules here. Defense, charge speed, and hit rate. Literal trash. Alright, but let's keep modifying the other ones. Let's go for the arms. Elemental damage, crit damage, and charge speed. Alright, the charge speed obviously doesn't work, but elemental damage and crit damage, that's decent. Also, interestingly enough, we've got triple rolls on both of them. It's good for CP, I guess. Hit rate. Yo, the rolls on these are pretty bad. Try the boots. Elemental damage and hit rate. Okay. We're gonna roll this because all of this is like literally worst case scenario. Change effects. Charge speed, hit rate, and charge. Okay, you know how I said the last one was the literal worst case scenario? Actually, that would be this. We have 2 stats that do nothing this time. Try it again. Increased critical damage. Yeah, we're actually going to take that. But we're going to reroll again anyway. Ammunition capacity. Alright, we'll take that. Okay, what's the next, like, worst thing? Hit rate. Alright, let's change the effects on here. Ammo capacity. Cool. Okay, so at this point, what do I want to do? I've got ammo, elemental, and hit rate. Elemental, okay. It's unfortunate that the good rolls are all on the first line. That's kind of annoying. I think we re-rolled this ammo. To recharge speech crit rate. Okay, hear me out. Is it crazy to lock that crit rate on line 3? Is that crazy? I feel like maybe I want that. I feel like I do want to build crit rate on her. And getting it on the line 3, you know, makes it a lot better for re-rolling. I mean, ammo is, like, generally way better, right? But I can't keep that ammo on line 1 anyway. And I want to be able to lock a stat on the 3rd line. Alright, I'm going to change the effects. I'll think about it. Okay. Let's re-roll this one. Hit range charge speed. Nope. Nope. Elemental damage and ammo and hit rate. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is very good. Yeah, we'll change effects. You ever thought you'd see the day when you're considering crit rate as line 3 lock? Yeah, I know, right? Helps her avoid volume as a support at least? Yes. Does the line number make a difference? Yes. So, you have a higher percentage chance to roll a stat the higher the line is. So, chat, you're going to have to probably correct me if I'm wrong. But I think you have a... I think you're guaranteed to get something on line 1... And then I think you have a 50% chance and then a 30% chance, or maybe it's even lower. I don't remember. I swear I make guides for this stuff. All right, anyway, so we'll keep that. Hit rate is pretty mid, but whatever. And then I think... it feels really bad to lock something on the top. So let's re-roll this. I'm just going to do this. All right, we did it, guys. We did it. Nope, that's just worse. Hey, look at that. Now we have crit rate and elemental damage. Change effects. It really likes giving me hit rate, though. That's kind of freaking lame. And then okay, so we have elemental, wait. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of elemental. Nice. That's really good. The other thing is obviously that we want attack here. So... we could lock this and then re-roll the other ones. Because it's kind of bad. let's try that. We'll lock this. Yeah, I think you're guaranteed to get the first line, yeah. Alright, so we're locking elemental damage. It sucks that it's on the first line. Yeah, change effects. Why can we get no attack, though? That's really annoying. Okay, so let's lock this. And we'll change effects here. Save yourself the heartache. Don't lock line 1 on your main DPS. I mean, yeah, you're probably right. Locking line 1 is generally not a great idea. I say as I'm doing it. Alright, we got ammo and crit rate. That's... These are all so good except no attack. So crit rate, ammo, elemental. Elemental, hit rate, and ammo. Elemental and ammo. Hit rate, elemental, and crit rate. Okay, I think I locked this. Wait, yeah. Hello? Okay, I think I locked this and re-roll to try and get rid of this hit rate and get an attack line here. Ammo, I mean, okay, sure. So if I got ammo there, is there a better target to reroll? Elemental ammo. So I have ammo on everything, on literally everything. Okay, I think I still keep re-rolling this. Right? Dude, why are my elemental damage always on line 1? That's so annoying. Yeah, alright. Reroll. Give me attack. Hey, there we go, finally. You have locked line 1 because of the black line of elemental damage. Yo, that is 100% the right choice. Okay, so we have attack, elemental, and crit rate. Elemental and ammo. Elemental hit rate and ammo. Elemental ammo and crit rate. Okay, so I think... I think I just try and get something in this line here. I'm definitely setting myself up for heartache. All right, let's change effects. Bless me with attacking line 2. Have to lock these again. We're gonna be burning through custom modules, guys. Give me attack. Hit rate. Yeah, we'll change effects because at least it's something. Change effects. Nothing. Remember when I was re-rolling Modernia? For 5 months? Defense? Ugh, trash. Ooh. Change effects. Yo, this is the most stubborn line 2. That's annoying. Change effects. Come on, give me attack. Nothing. Alright, this is our last one for the day that we're going to try and reroll here. We're going to save. We're going to keep our 10 custom modules. Nothing. Okay. I mean, overall, we have very strong lines. So we got attack, elemental crit rate, elemental hit rate and ammo, elemental hit rate and ammo, elemental ammo and crit rate. I mean, it's not ideal, but that's okay. That's why you never lock line 1. It's true, it's true. Okay, so let's level these guys up. Nice. Got 5 with super success on the third one. Second one got a second super success. Nice. Alright, we're maxed out. So now we'll change. Remember, always level up a blue one first if you can, because you're going to have a better chance of getting super success. Oh, I don't have one. I need to open one. Alright, we need an AR. Hold up. Need to open some items. Yeah, Grimjaw, I think you're totally right. Which means, as I reroll more in the future, I'll probably not lock those lines, which is why I was using the temporary ones as opposed to the permanent custom module to lock. I was just really hoping I'd get lucky here on day 1 while streaming. It was not to be. Okay, so I need to open one of these. I can never remember which one is AR. This one's AR. You don't use blue dolls anymore? I mean, you'll overall use less materials if you level up the blue dolls. That said, you can use the blue dolls to combine and potentially get resources, but it's a little bit more gambling that way. But in theory, it could pay off more. Okay, so let's continue with these. Wait, how many do I have? Yeah, we'll just do 15. Sure. No super success. Let's try some of these. Sure, we'll do 6 of them. Still no super success. 45% chance on this. Let's try one of these. Try one more. Yes! There we go. Alright. Phase 10. Alright, let's go back to the blue ones. On an unrelated note, in Etheria, you're so close to level 40, you're literally 40 experience, of which you likely... Which is like maybe 2 runs. Yeah, I'm sure you just regenerate a little bit of stamina and you'll get there. I'm sure you'll make it there without a problem. Alright. Purple boxes again. Phase 11. 27% chance. I'll try 1. We're not having great luck on this. But what else is new? I never have good luck with these dolls. You guys know that. This is probably my worst, least lucky part of the game for me. Alright, we'll do one more. %40 chance. Alright. Why does it suck? Why does it suck? Bro, really? Alright, this is our last shot. This is our last shot. Please, give me a super success. Oh my god. Alright, well that could have been a lot less painful. But we got there after using literally all the resources. Bro. Okay, let's level up her helmet. And we'll level up the gloves. And do chest level 2 as well. How do I have so many more doll materials? I don't know. I've just been saving. Okay, what would it take to get this to 5? Takes almost everything. Screw it, we'll do it, we'll do it. Alright. And then we'll leave her like this. It'll probably be quite a while until I finish the chest and arms to 5, because I'm going to need some stuff to at least get overloads on Raven. Okay, so we're going to come back, do some Eve testing. We are going to do some viewer polls for Kikro and Lone Syndicate. Let's see, Lone Syndicate sent me the info first, so we'll go with Lone Syndicate. And then we'll do Kikro's after. Let's go close this. And Lone Syndicate. What are we going for? How do I sign out? Hello? Sign out somehow? Game settings? Account center. No. I've never done viewer polls since I switched to PC. Let me see. Chat might have to help me because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm a PC noob. Shouldn't there be a way for me to sign out from the launcher? Because I think I have to sign out from the launcher, not from the game, right? Or am I crazy? Maybe I am supposed to sign out from the game. Either way, let me grab Lone Syndicate's email here and copy this. Oops. Copy. Here we go. Bear with me. Lone Syndicate is going for MLB Eve. Also, you have some standard multis and some molds as well if it's not too much to do. Okay. Dude, the loading song is so good. The music from Stellar Blade is top tier. You've been trying to max out things, but you're low on resources? Okay, log out from the game. How do I log out from the launcher? Okay, seriously, guys. I think I need some help. Because if I launch again, I said that weird, again, it's going to just launch it again. I need to get to global server too. We'll see what happens. It's loading. It's loading. Gotta love those nikke loading times. Okay, select server. Okay, global, right? Yes, global. You heard the person who did the music for Nier Automata did music for Stellar Blade 2. Does sound familiar. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's reminiscent of Nier. It's very like peaceful, but it's also like a little more poppy. Like it's a pretty cool vibe. Okay, so thank you. Whoever just sent me, oh, Lone Syndicate sent it to me. Thank you. Okay, so to log in, we're doing it by just the normal email login, not Gmail, right? It's the level infinite thing. Oh no, it just started a new game. Hold up. Close this. Technical difficulties. Okay, so I think I'm signed into the launcher, but it did not sign me into the actual game. I just restarted it. Sorry, I've never done this before. System error. Hello? I guess we'll quit and restart. Come on. Please just work. Restarting the game again. Okay, yes, global. Bruh, it loads so slowly, it's insane. Hopefully this goes without saying, Lone Syndicate, but you're not logged into your game right now, are you? You need to make sure everything's closed down. It's just stuck on 50%. Like when I try and load after switching to the global server, it's just not loading the game more. Oh, it loaded more? Okay. Hopefully this is Lone Syndicate's account. Let me see.
nikke. 조용히
Okay, I think we got there. All right. Yo, what a struggle. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Okay, so we're going for MLB Eve. I'll go ahead and just collect these. Any little bit of extra 50 gems or whatever we got will help. He's flexing Mihara.
잠깐만 가만히 계셔주실래요?
D. Oh, he did it. He did it, guys. I think you're a PC buyer, though. This is super sick. So this is how Eve gets down ladder. She just slides down like that.
순발과 단어는 관문.
Yo, we also got Maiden. And then there's the gacha skins. Big flex.
아무도 모르겠군.
A true man of culture. Okay, so we're going to recruit. Okay. So, MLB Eve. Alright, everybody, please wish Lone Syndicate good luck. Let's see if we can get the insane luck that I had at the beginning of my polls. We only need 4 copies. Good luck, Lone Syndicate. May the devs bless your account. Not on the first poll, though. They'll bless it later. I had to get rid of at least one red dot, bro. My brain. Alright. Alright, there we go. Poll number 2, we got an orange spark. Second unit. Show me abnormal. It's missless. It's miss-aless is what it is. It's a Drake. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Lone Syndicate has Drake already maxed in the break. Or Core 7, probably. I'm not going to review this. Alright. That's probably DNA for Lone Syndicate. For Lone Syndicate, unfortunately. Glory to man. Wait, wrong franchise? Yes. Alright, 2 in a row. 2 in a row. 2 in a row. Alright. Eve. Towards the end. Oh, I skipped it. What is it? It is Eve. It is Eve. Alright, nice. Congratulations on your first copy of Eve, Lone Syndicate. Only 3 polls. The luck continues. You think that was Core 7 for Drake? Nice. Alright, well if that got you to Core 7, then that's cool. Alright, this is our last pull of rainbow tickets only. It's a miss. Another 3 pulls, we'll get our second copy. Or maybe we'll get it right here in another 1 pull. People are citing Drake lyrics in chat now. Abnormal, there we go. Copy number 2 of Eve. Let's go. The luck is still with me. Wasn't with me when I was trying to upgrade dolls, but you know. Polls are good. Polls are good. Upgrading collectibles, not so good. Another gold spark. Guys, everybody in the world should just have me do their polls for Eve. Never miss. That's copy number 3 already. Bruh. Can't make this stuff up. That's nuts. Let me just double check. Okay, yeah, 2 for Eve. Cool. So yeah, we only need 1 more. We only need 1 more. Let's see if we can finish it right here. It's a double. It's a pilgrim. It's my favorite Rapunzel. Never seen so much gold. Yeah. Alright, alright. I'm about to do an abnormal jutsu right here. Let's go. Abnormal. Abnormal. I am the god of Stellar Blade, just saying. That is max limit break for Lone Syndicate, and ended on a double with a pilgrim. Congratulations, Lone Syndicate. Yeah, enjoy your max limit break Eve. Okay, so he said he has some molds. Let's open some molds. Holy cow, you have a lot of molds. All right, we're not going to go through all of these. That is a lot of molds. But we will definitely do some of them here. Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll do each of the manufacturer ones, and in between the manufacturer ones, we'll do normal ones. Hey, welcome everybody coming into the stream. I'd appreciate a like on the stream. Consider subscribing as well. We're pulling copies of Eve easier than pulling ours at this point, just saying. Okay, so let's start out with an Elysian mold. That's a Rappy. Okay, so then let's mix it up with a normal one. That's a Maxwell. OG. One of the favorites. Lone Syndicate says he needs more Isabel. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see if we can cook up an Isabel. We can get an Epinel. Rhymes with Isabel. Hello, confirm. It was like major lag there for a second. All right, so we'll go back to a normal one. System error. The devs are turning off this account. They're like, you cheated somehow. You pulled maximum break Eve way too easily. Guess we're restarting here. Okay, all right. We'll see what happens. It kicks us back out. Okay, at least the whole game didn't crash. I don't know what that was about. I think we're opening a missless mold right now, right? I don't know what we were on. Whatever, let's just do a normal high quality mold. It's a Rappy. Okay, now we'll do a missless mold. It's a Drake. Let's see. Where is your Drake? Oh, no, that's Core 7. That is Core 7, right? You're at Core 5 right now? All right, so that officially completes your Drake. Also, this maid outfit for her is completely absurd. Just saying. Okay, let's do a high quality mold. Okay. A Flora. One of the fewer, you know, lesser used units. It's Tetra time. What is this trash? Is she even Tetra? She's missless. Excuse me, shift up. Does this say Tetra? No. Okay, I didn't think so. Must be intern Coon localization error. Okay, back to a normal high quality mold. Nice! We got a maid mast. That's kind of a W for a normal mold. Okay, first Pilgrim mold. Apparently we're hoping for Isabel. Lone Syndicate is, we'll say, an Isabel fan. Let's double check this, just like we did before. Let's see. Does that say Pilgrim? Oh wait, it says Tetra. I thought you're supposed to get Pilgrims out of Pilgrim molds. Guess that's not how that works. All right, going back to a high quality mold. That is Maid Mast number 2. I feel like that's probably a W, right? All right, Elysian. That is not a W. Selene. I'm just gonna say you probably don't need a Selene. All right, high quality mold again. Mihara is high quality, but not in the way that we want. Okay, Tetra time. I mean, overall, this has still been pretty good. It's still been pretty good. High quality mold. Another Maxwell. we like to pull the same unit a lot, apparently. Okay. It's Pilgrim time, guys. It's Pilgrim time. I need the collective positive energy of everybody on the internet helping Lone Syndicate, getting Isabel from this Pilgrim mold, okay? We have a 3.125% chance of getting Isabel. If everybody prays hard enough and offers their souls to the Gacha gods, we can make that 100%. Isabel for Lone Syndicate. It's a Scarlet. I mean, you just bought a skin for Scarlet. Does that help? I mean, we got a Pilgrim. We got a Pilgrim, okay? Okay? I'm just saying all of you guys didn't pray hard enough, but, you know. Getting a Scarlet, I'm going to still call that a win. It could be worse, right? Right? What core is your Scarlet? What's Scarlet? Core 1. There you go. You got a Core 2 for your brand new Race Queen Scarlet. I think that's a win. I think that's a win. Okay. We still have a couple more. We'll do another high quality mold. Nice. Noir is indeed high quality. Missless mold. This is our last manufacturer mold. And it's a mana. / mana. Normally I pronounce it mana. I don't know why I said mana this time. Alright, nice. Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing your account, Lone Syndicate. That was a lot of fun. I'm just going to say those polls were insane. Let's hope that we can keep the luck going for Kit Crow. Everybody say thank you to Lone Syndicate for sharing his account. Let me hide my screen. And I will log out. Can't wait for EOS. What does that mean? Alright, so I also need to log out of the launcher. Okay, Kit Crow. Let's see. Again, we're also logging in through like the Level Infinite login stuff, right? And you're also on global server. I will say this, since switching to PC, I can just copy your guys' passwords in versus having to type it on my phone and hope I didn't make a typo. That's definitely a welcome improvement. Yes, I know what EOS stands for. I meant, why are we talking about EOS? We're loading the game again. We're loading. We're still loading. Holy crap. Dude, when it gets to 2 out of 2 and 50%, then it just sits there for like a year. you go take a nap. Everybody else, feel free to do so as well. All right, we finally got there.
승리의 여신 니kke.
Nice. Showing off the A2. Love to see it. All right, I'm also going to collect this. I have to. I have to. It is a requirement that I collect these. All right. So, we'll go and grab this too. We are in Kikro's account. We got A2. We're starting off well.
時間がもったいない
We also have a 2B gotcha skin wallpaper. Nice.
力の差を知れ
And a Rigo 2B. Dude, you guys are all on the Nier hype train, just like I had all my wallpapers changed to Nier as well.
ねっちゃれや
Nihilister, love to see it. Still one of the best. Dude, I love that change of music you did for her too. Very appropriate. And we got Rappy Red Hood. You know what? I barely use this wallpaper. I don't know why. I think I had it on for like a week maybe and then I changed it. But I still think it's kind of crazy that her whole thing is a literal drill and she says pierce through and she doesn't have pierce. Just saying. There's some dissonance there. Alright, anyway, let's go to our recruit. And we're going for MLB as well, right? Kikro, please clarify how many copies you want to go for. Welcome to the new people that just came into stream. Consider giving the stream a like or a subscription. I'd appreciate it. I am an official Nikke content creator. Alright, so we have 35,000 gems and 85 rainbow tickets. And a lot of cake right in front of us. Kikro is also going for MLB. Okay, alright. Alright, everybody wish Kikro good luck. Let's see if we can keep this insane run going and hopefully get an easy MLB for Kikro.
잘 부탁하지
We got an SSR.
반가워 솔져 명령만 내려주세요 잘 부탁하지
At this point, were we expecting anything else?
잠시 동안이겠지만 합류할게
Was there another option? Of course. Of course. Congratulations, Kikro, on your one-tap Eve. Very nice. And no, I will not review. I make YouTube videos like multiple times a week, sometimes multiple times a day. Shift up, that is my review for you. You get enough positive words from me. I don't need to review it in the app store. All right, so we need to go for 3 more. Rusty Shackleford says use my account next. All right, taking a little break here. Gotta save some orange sparks for the rest of the world, right? Change? No. All right, all right. I mean, we got the first one tap. We got the first one tap. Can't be getting too greedy here. There we go. We're back on track. Poll number 4. We're 2 out of... And it's a double already. As insane as my polls were, I'm still a little salty that I never got a double. Both of you guys did. It's okay. It's good. It's better that the viewers get it. So for the record, we got Eve on our first poll. Miss, and then on our 4th poll, we now have a double. SSR.
잘 부탁드려요.
그거 알아?
잘
Missless. Okay. Naga. Alright, I don't know if you already have Core 7 Naga, but Naga is still a top tier unit. Tetra for number 2. No Eves this time, but hey, a double is a double. And you love to see Sugar. Dude, her motorcycle is so cool. Double SSR. I mean, one being Eve would have been great, but hey, this is not something we can complain about. Pull number 5. That's a miss. Let's just do recruit again. We haven't done that for a while. Ooh, that is a lot of neon. We don't need that many neons. Alright, we're down to 25 rainbow tickets. You love Sugar? Yeah, dude. I don't count that as an L. Naga, Sugar, that's okay. Change. You know what? I haven't been doing the hands. I apologize, Kikro. I've been being sloppy. I've been lazy, not been doing the hands the last couple pulls. Alright, let's try this again. Let's get Eve. Come on, guys. We need more Eve energy, okay? Stellar Blade, Eve energy in the chat. We're dipping into the gems. Multi-contained maximum firepower. Indeed, it did. It did. All right, come on, Eve. Please be Eve. Oh, no. They heard that I had dev mode turned on for too many pulls. They're reeling it back. We got praying hands in chat. Oh no, it's getting bad, guys. It's getting bad. We had insane luck at the beginning. It's RNG is coming back for revenge. All right, 31,000 gems. We got 10 more pulls. We got 10 more pulls. Nobody needs to panic yet. This is more than doable. All right, we got our orange spark. Pray for Eve. It's another double. Yo, what is happening? What is happening? Abnormal. There we go. There's our first one. That's limit break 1 for Eve. Show me another Eve, guys. Show me another Eve. Please be another Eve. I think that's the next one. Yes, that's a double Eve pull. Congratulations, Kikro. We only need one more. That's pretty nice. And a double delta, for what it's worth. If anybody cares about that. Okay, one more Eve, right? Let me just triple check this. Oh my god, what? Just, yes, there's 2 Eves. All right, I'm not even gonna worry about it. I can't deal with that. All right, last Eve that we're going for. Kikro holding on to dupes like he's like, I don't know, saving up for the apocalypse or something. When there's no food to eat, he'll eat his nikke duplicates that he never used. Daily double for Eve. That's right. All right, one more. Come on. There we go. We got an orange spark. We got an orange spark. It's towards the end.
명령만 내려주세요.
Let's make it Eve.
명령만 내려주세요.
Come on, shift up. Show us Eve. One last time. Tetra. Is Orifly in chat? Coco, the new meta. Kikro, you're lucky. She's always on the cusp. Coco is the new meta. Let's try it again. Warlock Warlord says he's saving for Project Spirits. Yeah. Probably. We got an orange spark. Alright, here we go. Here we go. It's the very first one. Elysium. Oh, come on. Come on. Helm. Helm is good. I'm not even going to try and figure out whether this is core whatever, because you probably have helms just sitting in your inventory. But enjoy your helm, I guess. We're down to 19,000, guys. 19,000. We need one more Eve. That's not Eve. That's a lot of poo-poo. Just need one more, guys. One more. Let's make it happen. Okay, we got another gold spark. Dude, even with that drive spell, it's another double. What the fuck is happening? Abnormal. Alright, alright. There's your last Eve, except maybe you'll accidentally get Core 1 Eve. Let's see what... Can we get Kikro Core 1? Alright. More Eve energy. We want to see another green Planet Diver suit. Core 1 Eve. Accidental Core 1 Eve. Let's try and make it happen, guys. Accidental Core 1 Eve. There we go. Accidental Core 1 Eve. We got there. Bro, how many doubles was that? What is even happening? Got there. Alright. Congratulations on your Accidental Core 1 Eve, Kikro. Everybody say thank you to Kikro for sharing his account. Despite the distractions on the screen here, I'm trying to focus on my voice. I will now switch back to my account and we'll do some Eve testing. Oh boy. Alright. Let's see. How do I log out? Account. Log out. That was nuts. That seriously. I don't know how that happens. I think dev mode was turned on for me. They're secretly funding official Nikke content creators. I mean, if they are, I'll take it. I'll take it. Because they're definitely not paying me. I'm gonna need to change servers, I think, too. There are no accidents. He was destined to get Core 1 Eve. It was written in the sky already. Gonna sit here and wait for it to load for a while again. Hydration break, everybody. Hydrate. All that to then just try and get to the screen to change servers. All right. NA. Might as well be a turkey in gacha games with the 3 doubles. Dude, for real. So we got, what, 3 doubles for Kikro, a double for Lone Syndicate. We one-tapped. We got so many SSRs in a row, like, even on my own account, it was bananas. That might be the most SSRs, the highest rate. That's like a new record for our stream. That was crazy. Completely insane. Okay, so we gotta do Eve things. Let's try. Oh, we gotta level up her skills though. I didn't level up her skills at all. Okay, let's level up her skills. Do we need to open anything here? Oh, look at all the lack of nikke copies that I have in here. Because I'm a normal person. Alright, so Eve. Dude, actually, yo, check this out. Eve is already at the first slot of the second row with having level 1 skills. That's kind of crazy. Alright, here we go, guys. To the max. I told you I've been saving. Kikro claims he's normal. I'm gonna say it's pretty undeniable that Kikro is not normal. Alright, we got Eve completely maxed out. Aside from, I need to get level 5 on the chest and arms, but that's okay. I have to switch ears that these earbuds are in. Alright, so, what do we want to do? Alright, let's do a shooting range test. And we are going to fight Electric. And put Eve in here. And then who else should we compare her to? Red Hood. Alright, so we're just gonna like rotate their positions. We'll also do a test where instead of using Siren, we'll use Volume wherever she's at. But we'll try this. He called me Mister. I guess I am a Mister. Okay, so let me take some notes here really quick, or get out my notepad so I can record things, because I'm also going to be recording a video. Okay, so team 1 is going to be Crown, Siren, Eve, Rappy, Red Hood. Then we'll go to, that's not how you spell crown, hold up. There we go. And then we'll swap them so Rappy gets a burst first. So Crown, Siren, Rappy, Eve, Red Hood. And then we'll do Crown, Siren, Eve, Red Hood, Rappy. Sure. And then for our fourth team, we'll do whatever we'll try whichever one was better, either Red Hood or Rappy, but we'll use volume instead of using siren. So we'll go crown, oops, crown, volume, Eve, and then something. Either Rappy or Red Hood. Just whichever one performed better. It doesn't really matter. I'm assuming it's going to be Rappy. That's just how it is. Okay. So, I need to record again. Oops. Move that over. Okay. So we're going to be doing some live testing. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. I didn't sneeze. Okay, alright. I'm probably going to sneeze in the middle of the video now. Okay, here we go. Record. Drink of water first. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Goddess of Victory Nikke video, and it's time to do some Eve testing. So I'm going to do kind of my standardized test where I try and limit the number of variables as much as possible. You can see I am currently sitting at core 4 Eve with a maximum affection rank of 30. I have her skills completely maxed out to 10, and then I have the 14 Bastion Cube on her. And for overload lines, unfortunately I wasn't able to get her chest and arms all the way to 5 yet. So she is missing a little bit of stats here. Keep that in mind when we are comparing things. But as far as the lines go, on the helmet we got attack, elemental, and crit rate. I might be crazy for having locked this crit rate on here, but I think crit rate is very important for Eve because her whole kit is based around critting as often as possible. So very good stats there. For the arms, I have elemental damage, hit rate, and ammo capacity. The hit rate is definitely a miss there. For the chest, I've got elemental damage, another miss with hit rate in the middle there, and then ammo capacity. And for the boots, we got another elemental damage, ammo capacity, and crit rate. So another really good one here. The problem is I only have attack on one thing, so I would like to get 3 other attacks on here somewhere. But that will come in time eventually. Anyway, so that's what my Eve is looking like. Very strong, but not completely optimized. You can see that we're pretty comparable here. We got same type of thing, a little bit more stats here on Red Hood and equipment, but not as many cores. Also good overload lines. And then for Rappy, oops, need to long click on her. For Rappy, again, fewer cores, but we have the extra stats here on the equipment. Also good lines, and again, they all have 10, 10, 10. And they're all using the Bastion Cube as well. So everything's kind of equalized. We're going to do a test here where we burst first with Eve, and then I'm going to do a test where I burst first with Rappy, and then we'll swap out Rappy for Red Hood and see if she can keep up at all. Unlikely not to. And then we're also going to test and see how big of a difference volume can do. So rather than using siren, I will be using volume here as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and start our first test. And I will cut some of this, of course. You guys don't have to watch the entire length of the shooting range test. But let's at least like kind of talk ourselves through the amount of cake that they shift up is crazy. Also, wait a minute. We don't want to do this. We don't want to do this. Sorry. Good thing that I was still talking, because we want to fight the boss. Alright, but we are fighting something where they're all going to have the elemental advantage. Okay, so we're fighting the boss. Everything else I just said still remains the same. Let's get into it. So yeah, we'll watch the full first test here. Eve looks amazing. And even the movement they have on her like wing things, this is a really unique suit. I was saying this on stream earlier. Like the Planet Diver suit in the Stellar Blade game is one of the most unique character designs I've seen for any character in general, to be honest. But as far as how they function, the thing that dude, look at these icons right here. This is like the the skills that you can equip to her exosuit in the game. They have so many tie-ins to what you actually see in the Stellar Blade game. It's great. I will be streaming the Stellar Blade new nikke content soon as well, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Also, link to my Twitch channel in the description below if you want to watch on Twitch instead. But yeah, I'm curious to see how big of a difference the crit makes. Because I feel like if you can guarantee crits from Eve, it could be kind of nuts. I don't know if I have enough crit on her, but that's why we're going to try it with volume. Let's do a quick pause and check in. Alright, Rappy off to an early lead. This is kind of to be expected. Rappy can do more damage than literally anybody in the game, in most situations anyway. So we'll see, Eve, if she is the second best iron attacker, that's still amazing. If she's top 3 iron attackers, that's still quite good, because we need more iron attackers. Basically, it's Red Hood, Rappy, who's technically not even iron, but does iron strong elemental damage. And now we have Eve, and we're going to get Raven soon. All the other ones have really fallen off. Like, Maxwell rarely makes it onto a squad, even though she's always been kind of a more supportive role. Sadly, Snow White is not relevant anymore. You do have Bunny Soda. Bunny Soda is probably in the discussion for best iron attacker after you get past Rappy and Red Hood. She's honestly very, very strong, but I think, you know, I'm expecting Eve to at least be like comparable to Red Hood. We'll see what happens. Again, I'm curious to see how much volume will change the balance rather than using these generic units. So when we use volume with Eve and Rappy, we'll see if that changes much. That'll be the last test that we do. Coming into the last 30 seconds. Now, I do think that crit is still important to her kit. I'll just say this right now. People are talking about it in chat. But I don't know if that will really... I'm not worried about doing crit damage. I'm worried about triggering her skills from the good crit rate, if that makes sense. And then if crit isn't necessarily that important, that just makes it all the easier to build her, to be honest. Alright, let's see what we got. So total damage of 9.9 billion. Again, total damage doesn't really make a difference because I don't know what I did here last time. I've probably gotten stronger. But that's our baseline. It is a lot of damage. It is a new record. And Eve is definitely far behind Rappy. Again, this is to be expected. If she was as good as Rappy, that would be pretty bananas. I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to record these numbers and then we'll go to the next test and see how she compares to Red Hood. Alright, so for our first test, let's see, that was... Eve did 2.67 billion. And then the total was what? 9.912, which the total kind of doesn't make a difference, but except for when we switch over to volume. So 9.912 total. Alright, so we're just going to switch the positioning here just for the sake of, you know, reducing RNG, although honestly 2 runs isn't really enough to do that anyway. Dude, Eve over here on the right. What? Is anything else happening on the screen? The other thing is what? The maids give good crit rate as well, I believe. Trying to make a higher score than Crown, though, is going to be difficult. But I want to say the maids give crit rate. I need to double check. Unless chat, if you can verify for me really quick. Because that could be worth testing. OG Mast is crit too, but I think we're trying to get like a little too cute if we're worried about building with OG Mast. But in theory, you could do a crit team with her. A little over halfway through. Welcome to those that just came into the stream. We're testing Eve versus Red Hood and Rappy and checking out the difference between Volume and Siren. Bro, this is very distracting, just saying. We have 4 nikkes in battle, and then we got one just twerking over there. Okay, so we're in the second test. We're doing the exact same team, except I just changed the order of Rappy and Eve to kind of reduce variance and see if there was a big difference with one getting to burst first than the other. So we did get a small increase of damage. It's noticeable, but again, there's kind of RNG. If we take a look at this, Eve did 2.519, which is 0.1 billion less, and then we got a slight increase of like 0.3 billion more on our total, just because we're getting a little more damage from Rappy getting to burst first there. So I'll go ahead and record these, and then we'll get into our third test. All right, so let's see. On this run, Eve did, what did I say, 2.519, and then the total was, total was 10.3. Okay, so our next squad is putting Red Hood here. Now this is the more interesting comparison. See if Eve keeps up with Red Hood. What's up, Black Ace? Welcome to the stream. All right, so still on the right thing here. Start. Oh, I got an emergency alert on my phone. Still got curfew here in LA, unfortunately. It's kind of crazy. Dude, Red Hood, kind of equally distracting. I kind of forgot. welcome everybody who just came into the stream. We're testing out Eve. We're going to see if Eve can do more damage than Red Hood. Yeah, it just happened last night, Grimjaw. Alright, we're halfway through. I'm not gonna take a peek. We're gonna let it play out and see what the damage is. We also need to check out Eve's free skin, which is a pretty cool one. Another very unique design. A lot of Eve's outfits in Stellar Blade are very unique. It's called a keyhole dress, which is like kind of a classic type of dress, but hers is definitely a very unique twist on it. More seconds. What are your predictions, Chad? What are your predictions? Eve or Red Hood? Total damage is going down, which obviously, since Rappy isn't getting the burst. Okay, we're almost to the end of our third test. Again, this is about comparing Eve versus Red Hood, and what will it be? We're slightly low on damage. This is our lowest configuration yet, which totally makes sense because Rappy isn't getting the burst here. So we did a total of 9.377 billion. That's a fairly significant decrease, but not like super crazy. The important thing is comparative damage. So let's see, what do we get? Eve demolished Red Hood. Wow. I was not expecting that. Okay, so I did expect Eve to keep up. I thought Eve would probably be even better, but I did not expect that big of a gap. I thought it would be very close. Okay, so Rappy is still queen, doing even more damage even when she doesn't burst. I mean, Red Hood Rappy is just insane. Red Hood is not a weak unit. Let's just make that clear. Red Hood is not a weak unit. Eve outdamaged her fairly significantly by 25%. All right, I'm going to record this data, and then we will get to our next test, this time trying volume. Red Hood is showing her age. Dang, poor Red Hood is old. I mean, she literally is old. Okay, so Eve this time did 2.558 billion, which she's kind of been in the same ballpark no matter what. And then, let's see, what's our total? Total is 9.377. People are going to say buff Red Hood. Alright, so for this last test, well, we can just leave this as is. We already know Rappy is clearly the queen. We're going to put in volume and see if this affects anything. So just so you guys can see what volume does. Crit rate goes up by 22% when she bursts. I don't know if she has any crit on this. Oh, yes. Okay, so activates when burst skill affects all allies. Critical damage, critical damage, critical damage. Okay, so we're getting more critical damage, and her burst actually increases crit rate. I also want to double check. I thought there was crit rate on the maids, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh yeah, crit rate goes up. And any other critical damage? The thing is, they also do distributed damage, which is, you know, kind of whatever. Where's the other maid? Where's Anchor? Here she is. Does she have any crit in her kit? Distributed damage. Attack, hit rate. Alright, not really. We'll do a bonus maid test after this. Okay, so we'll run it like this. Alright, will volume significantly increase Eve's damage? That's what we're wondering. Back to being mid-hood? Oh no. I mean, volume is... I mean, Red Hood is not bad. Like, she's still a strong unit. But she is showing a rage. Also, keep in mind, the best case scenario for Red Hood is shooting through parts. Okay? So if we don't have multiple parts to pierce through, it's not going to be as good. I mean, Red Hood does have a core in the situation, so, you know, that helps. But ideally, we'd be piercing through, like, you know, the body and two parts at the same time, or something like that. Bit niche unit in some respects. Yeah, Red Hood, I mean, like I said, she is definitely shines with parts, which is gonna be the same case for Raven, you know? So, like, even if she does insane damage, it's gonna be under only a specific situation. And it's gonna be really hard to accurately test Raven because of the fact that she needs parts. And even against parts, you know, you really want a boss that's going to regenerate its parts. Yeah, she's the first anniversary unit. Yeah. So she's she's a year and a half old. Between a year and a half and 2 years. 1 minute left. Alright guys, predictions in chat. What'll it be? Does her damage go up or down? Okay, we're about to end the test with volume, and basically we're trying to go in on crit rate here and see if this significantly improves Eve's damage or not. Now, overall damage went down by quite a bit because Siren herself is going to do a lot more damage. What we really want to see here is, did Eve's damage go up, or did it go up relative to Red Hood? So let's go ahead and see what the stats are. This time Eve did 2.249 which is her lowest damage score. But did it go up relative to Red Hood? It did. It did. Now, there's a lot of variance in here with crit rate, right? Because there's variance in testing no matter what, but especially when you're relying on crits, you're going to have even more variance. However, we can see that volume is helping Eve, because although the total damage and the individual damage for all units went down without using Siren, the gap between Eve and Red Hood got bigger when using volume. So she's benefiting a lot from that crit rate. We're going to do one more bonus round here of testing using the maids and volume, really doubling down on crit rate and see if that really makes a difference. Again, the total damage will go down because we're not using Crown. Also won't be able to use Rappy, so that's going to be completely irrelevant. We just want to look at the delta between Eve and Red Hood and see if the crit rate helps even more. Alright, so let me record this. Eve did 2.2. Wait, what? 2.249? And then the total is pretty bad, not gonna lie. Hello? Total? Here we go. Total is 7.22 billion. Okay, so going all in here. Where are our maids?
이제 출항인가? 진영이야?
And I think we do want to burst with Mast first, right? Or do we? Let's see. Attack goes up. Critical damage goes up. Versus Anchor. Yeah, we'll burst with Mast first. Okay. So crit rate should definitely be like over 100% at this point. Yeah, you can still use Red Hood in some situations where you burst down the bosses right away. Where you just like burst with her all 3 times in a row and like try and clear the stage as fast as possible. Got any water left? Last drop of water right there. What did I do? Oh, I messed it up. I have Red Hood in the wrong place. I was not paying attention. Alright, we gotta adjust that. I was like, why? Alright, my bad. Forgot that would happen. I got lazy with my positioning of units. Try this again. Sorry to have wasted 1 minute and 30 seconds of everybody's time there. I've never even noticed the like sailboats going around. I guess usually I'm not just sitting here doing nothing. I'm like actually actively controlling it. Never noticed that effect from Mass.
하나는 떨어졌어.
Welcome to those just joining the stream. We're doing a test here going all in on crit rate with the maids and volume to see just how much this benefits Eve. Also recording a YouTube video live. So total damage is going to be terrible, comparatively. We already know that, because like losing Crown is just going to immediately make the total damage tank. But again, we're going to be looking at the delta between Eve and Red Hood and see how much that changes. Because ultimately, it doesn't really matter, like, whether she's better with the maids or Crown or whatever, because when you're doing the solo raid, obviously you just have to put different units with different units, right? One more minute. Alright, we're coming down to the end of our very last test. We went all in on crit rate with volume and the maids. And again, we're going to be looking at the delta between Eve and Red Hood. Total damage is going to be bad because we're not using Crown anymore, right? But you're going to have to choose who you divide up your units with when you do a solo raid situation anyway. So that's not really the point. The point is Eve better when you're making all your teams with a all-out crit squad? So let's go ahead and see our total damage, 4.4. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But the delta increased a lot. All right, so Eve's damage went all the way up to 2.524, which is the second most damage that we've tested on. Honestly, all of her damage has been relatively similar. We've got 2.6, 2.5, 2.5, 2.2, and now 2.5 again, and they're very small differences, which is surprising because you would expect there to be more variance with crit specifically. But we can see that she's benefiting a lot from crit because we lost Siren and Crown, and Eve is still doing the second most damage that she did out of every test. It is now doing nearly twice the damage of Red Hood compared to when they were both being getting the benefit of Crown. So I think going all in on a crit build for Eve certainly has potential here. Again, this is early days, this is initial testing, but I think crit rate is very important for her. Yeah, let me know what you've cooked up with Eve. I think she's a strong unit. Looks like she is the second best iron attacker in the game, and I'm happy about it. I don't regret going in all in on cores for her, and we're going to get that core 7 by the end of the collab. But let me know, did you pull for Eve? Are you building her in a specific way? What squads do you think she is best on? Are you still saving for Raven? I will, of course, be pulling for her as well. Consider giving the channel a subscription if you haven't already for more Nikke news and testing, as well as a theory restart. I stream on Twitch and YouTube every week as well, and I'll catch you guys in the next video or on stream. All right. So, yeah, it looks like Kick Drill won't crucify you. 100% crit rate may be the way. Yeah, I mean, that's very impressive. Because, like, just think about this. We know how good Crown is. Crown is absolutely busted and cranks everybody's damage up to the max. Eve did the same damage when I'm using... So, when I was using Siren and Crown, Eve did the same damage as when I'm using a far less invested Made Mast, Made Anchor, and Volume. Like, normally, like, this should be, like, complete poo-poo for, like, most units compared to using Siren and Crown. So, the crit build seems to be pretty good for our girl Eve. Also, let's try the new suit. Dang, she's my 4th strongest unit now. Oh, it's still locked, because I probably have to complete story missions. But still, let's take a look at it. Like I said, very unique design. Also, I don't know if you guys have caught this, for those of you that haven't played Stellar Blade. Her hair clip turns into the sword. Let's see the shooting goes. Guys. Bruh. Alright, I'm gonna just take a moment to point something else out here. Just ignore the large distractions. Another really unique thing about Eve's design is her shoes. So she has high heels where she just balances on her toes, which is a real type of shoe design that does exist out there. But she doesn't actually have a pointed heel coming down. So, again, very unique things, elements to her design, and other things about her design as well. And we can see that in her normal outfit as well. Some of her outfits did have actual heels, but most of them are like this, where she's kind of just like, it's balanced in a way where she's just on her toes. Yeah, this is the free skin, yeah. And this is the pass. Yeah, we've already seen... Okay, so here we can see she has normal heels. And then let's check out the gotcha skin. The skin suit. So if you use this in the real Stellar Blade game, then you have no shield, but it's a pretty fun way to play, and Eve looks quite good in it. Bruh. Am I gonna get banned? Yo. What is this game rated again? Alright. So let's do some event stuff. I need to collect some bulletin board rewards. You actually like the green one? The green one's really good. I like it too. They are all good options. Eve has no bad options. Alright, do I have more things to open in here? I got one of these. One of these. Cool. All right, let's get into the story. You're not gonna be surprised if the game gets removed from Google and Apple. Oh, that's right. I don't have any more water. This is a new character. Alright guys, I'm actually going to change the language to English, which I know is crazy. I've never done this, but I'm used to the English, so we're going to change it to English. Skin demonetized. The stream is demonetized now? Dude, for real.
반응 중량 1개 돌아간다. 복귀까지 걸리는 시간 계산 중. 경고. 시끄러운 소리. 상공에서 들린다.
Loud noise detected. Rome lifts his head to look towards the sky, revealing a massive transport aircraft with 4 legs. Plumes of fire burst from appendages as the aircraft slowly descends. Its movements seem unstable.
아니다. 처음 보는 것.
Rome character we've met before?
처음 보는 것. 귀한 것일 가능성 높다. 운반한다. 운반 가능한가?
A ramp extends from one side of the airship. Rome halts its approach. Someone walks out of the aircraft.
아슬아슬했네요.
Hey, it's Lily!
버니어 밸런스가 안 맞아서 하마터면 옆면으로 착륙할 뻔했어요.
보통은 그런 걸 추락이라고
And Adam.
하지.
다들 다친 곳은 없어?
문제 없어.
저도 멀쩡해요. 이분은요? 나도 괜찮아. 아담, 테트라포드 상태는 어때?
아주 안 좋아.
Hey, what's up,
거리에
Warfly?
완전
Welcome to the
망가진
stream.
것 같아. 일단 직접
Yeah,
확인해
polls were
봐야
crazy,
되는데.
just saying. I'll upload a poll video later. You can watch it later.
이렇게.
처음 보는 곳인데 진짜 어딜까요? 좌표 확인이 안 되는 거야? 그 좌표는 찍히는데요. 있을 수 없는 좌표가 찍히고 있어요.
고장 난 거 아닐까?
그럴 리가요. 제 점검은 언제나 완벽하다고요. 아마 제모가 있거나 통신 불가 지역일 가능성이 높겠죠.
안 좋은데. 미아가 돼버렸잖아.
애초에
By the way,
그
notice they
터널을
actually have a
이용하지
male
않았어도
NPC
이런
in
일은
here.
안 일어났을 거예요.
Why was Shinji not included in the other one?
잘 들어. 비행 중에 내부가 번쩍이는 터널을 발견했는데 이걸 피해서 지나간다는 건 있을 수 없는 일이야.
피해야죠. 첫 보기에도 엄청 수상해 보였는데.
이렇게 모험심이 부족해서야.
모험심이랑 무모한 건 다르다고요. 다들 잠깐. 저기 뭔가
Lily's
있어.
look in Nikke? Yeah, she looks good.
로봇? 어라? 처음 보는 모델이네요.
전투용 로봇은 아닌 것 같은데.
가봐요. 데이터를 조사해보면 뭐라도 나올 테니까. 혹시 모르니 내가 앞장설게. 둘은 멀찌감치 따라와줘.
Eve approaches Rome.
위험해 보이진 않아. 무기도 없고.
너희는 니케인가?
언어 기능이 있네요. 이러면 일이 쉽겠어요. 안녕. 혹시 여기가 어딘지 알 수 있을까?
여기는 지상.
응? 그건 우리도 아는데 지명이나 뭐 이런 걸 물어보는 거야.
지상은 지상.
이 로봇 AI로 움직이는 게 아닌 것 같은데요.
They don't know. That is real.
생각하고 판단한다.
롬?
Rome can make his own
이름이야?
decisions.
롬.
Adam looks pretty good. Dude, Adam's a beautiful man.
롬, 여기가 어딘지 우리한테 알려줄래?
여기는 지상. 지상은 지상.
The surface is the surface.
내가 얘기해볼게. 상대가 로봇이라는 걸 염두에 둬야 해. 그렇게 다그치기만 하면 안 되지. 안녕, 로봇 친구. 우리는 이곳의 좌표 정보를 원해.
Adam's good at making robot friends.
검은 곰팡이 피었다.
What? Hold on your face.
이건
Oh man.
얼굴에 피는 검은 곰팡이. 수염이라고.
Black mold on the face is called beard? Bruh.
열받는 걸 이 녀석.
다시 질문. 너희는 니케인가?
니케? 소속을 말하는 거야?
소속 아니다.
그럼 뭘 물어보는 건지 모르겠어.
니케가 뭐야?
질문을 변경한다. 너희는 니케인가? 인간인가?
우리는 인간이지?
Yeah, well, sure.
인간 정말인가?
Rome is asking the wrong
그럼
questions.
우리가 뭘로 보이는데? 지상, 지상, 지상. 인간, 인간, 인간. 왜 이래?
Dude, Shinji did get the shaft from Shift Up.
인간 발견, 인간 발견.
Humans discovered.
지상, 생존한 인간 발견.
Go save them. Hey, there's our ship. I don't know how many times I've flown in that in Stellar Blade. It'll take you from different like world locations. Wow, look at the map. So
이쪽이 신경
okay, I was gonna say, is this Zion? This is not. So Zion is the last like city in Stellar Blade. This is more like the first area where you go out and you have like combat. So this is kind of like the first world zone for Stellar Blade. That's pretty cool. This this statue being flooded here is pretty iconic, and some of the like ramps going down in submerged into the water. That's very iconic. Ooh, the rail over here. Yes, dude, this is where. So this is how you reach this area. You come in this rail, and then here's the campsite. This is where you can save your game or upgrade your items, equip different things. Dude, this is really cool. It's really cool to see this in Nikke. Alright, let's get our login stamp.
게 있어.
Hey, look. Well, it's time to do some more polls. No. Alright, let's do the challenge.
조용하네.
I'm really looking forward to the minigame. As someone who has a beard, you feel attacked. Get that mold off your face, man. Oh, I forgot I'm using all Nikke units. I've been doing all the challenge runs with Nikke only for like the last several months. And then I have my two SRs that aren't even in the synchro. Dude, the music is so good.
勝利しました。
Collect some mission rewards. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. There's the free costume. Alright, so let's try and find the relic. Where is the relic? You bought all the tickets to do all the story? Dude, Dr. Eagles is always like really paranoid about spoilers. Right, nobody give me spoilers. Is this a relic or is this just a random little light over here? This clock is part of a quest in the main game. Yep, that is a relic.
볼게.
Yeah, it's the flooded mini mall area. That's right. All right, so we found a can. So that was actually not a relic. So in Stellar Blade, you go around looking for these cans. So I have 1 out of 3 cans now.
쓸쓸하고.
Okay, so we need to find cans and relics. Dude, this is literally just like in Stellar Blade. You put them in the little vending machine. And this is how you would unlock different like outfits for Eve and stuff like that. 50 gems. Alright. Alright, what was this thing over here?
신경 쓰여.
Oh, Stellar Blade music. I'll probably make this my lobby music. Oh, I think there's another thing over here.
싶은 게 있어.
Oh, but I can't get in. There's definitely a thing in there, but I must need to unlock that area.
쓸쓸하고
Alright, I did see something over here as I walked by. Ooh, it's a little... Whoa, what did I just do? I didn't mean to teleport. Go back, go back. So these, like, phone booth things are how you can teleport around in the real game. So I guess they did that in here. That's cool.
가볼게.
예, 준비됐습니다.
What is happening?
아이고, 긴장되네요. 광고 방송 같은 건 처음이라서. 그래도 귀한 기회를 받았으니까 열심히 해보겠습니다. 이 도시는 예술가들의 도시입니다. 인류 역사상 가장 위대한 예술품들이 살아 숨쉬는 곳이며 그 수량이 너무나 방대해 수개월은 지내야
Dude, some of the cans are really hard to find.
경험하실 수 있습니다.
But it's kind of fun.
또한 이곳에서는
There's some crazy locations you have to find in, like, the wasteland.
그 어떤 규격도, 그 어떤 제약도 없습니다. 이미 수많은 예술가들이 이곳에서 자신의 생각을 표현하고 있습니다. 자극받고 자극을 주세요. 이곳 예술가들의 도시에서 수많은 예술가들이 당신의 새로운 예술을 기다립니다.
이쪽이 신경 쓰여.
Okay. Still... Oh, wait, there's another thing over here. What is this? What is this? I think it's another can.
가볼게.
It is. And she does this thing. It zooms in when she picks up the can. That's literally exactly how they do it in Stellar Blade.
쓸쓸하고
What game am I playing? Who knows?
이쪽이 신경 쓰여.
Wonder if you get cool loot when you find them all? We better get something. I feel like you must. There's no way. That would be, like,
확인해보고
lame
싶은 게 있어.
if you didn't.
가볼게. 조용하네. 쓸쓸하고
Let's walk down this flooded path. Is there anything I can do down here?
확인해보고
No.
싶은 게 있어.
Presumably this drains at some point. There's going to be a field change at some point in the story.
이쪽이 신경 쓰여. 조용하네.
Because that's what happens in the real game. So I feel like they have to do that here.
확인해보고 싶은 게 있어.
That would be such a missed opportunity if they didn't. Wait, what? Oh, it's the coordinated operation area. I was like, why did it zoom in right here?
조용하네. 쓸쓸하고 가볼게. 확인해보고 싶은 게 있어. 저긴 확인해보고 싶은 게 있어. 저긴 조용하네.
Trying to find all the random things on the map.
쓸쓸하고
I'm only 2 out of 3 cans and I still haven't found the relic.
가볼게.
I just teleported again by accident.
이쪽이
back in there.
신경 쓰여. 조용하네. 쓸쓸하고 확인해보고 싶은 게 있어. 이쪽이
Didn't
신경
actually
쓰여.
walk down this path, but nope, doesn't look like there's anything there anyway.
저긴
It would be cool if you got a secret skin for collecting the cans. It would be. Because, like, you get a skin in the game.
확인해보고 싶은 게
Maybe
있어.
that's how we actually get the gacha skin for free.
조용하네. 쓸쓸하고 가볼게.
Alright, let's check out this thing. Old vending machine. A can with a unique design that has never been seen before in the Ark. What? Okay. I can't do anything more with that? Alright. I thought there would be a can in it. Sometimes you kick vending machines in the real game,
저긴
and then like a can will fall out of it.
조용하네. 쓸쓸하고
Oh, I did already find the relic. You're right. So I am still looking for just one can.
이쪽이 신경 쓰여.
Because the relic was the music that I picked up.
확인해보고 싶은 게 있어. 가볼게. 저긴
What?
저긴
I feel like I've walked everywhere. Where is this can?
조용하네. 쓸쓸하고
Can I walk back here? Is that a
확인해보고 싶은
thing?
게 있어.
Nope.
가볼게.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't actually get a skin, but that would be really cool if we did. All right, where is my third can? Like I feel it's right there. That's got to be the one that it's talking about, right? Can I go into the train station from like another angle? Let me see.
가볼게. 확인해보고 싶은 게 있어.
Okay, yeah, go up the stairs. Can I go in? What is this? The old rundown. It's evidently that many art enthusiasts once visited this place. Art enthusiasts? Alright, sure. Can I go in?
저긴
No. Can I go up? Ugh, bro, I've gone through this teleporter by accident so many times.
쓸쓸하고 조용하네. 쓸쓸하고.
Oh, yes, I can go up this rubble.
가볼게. 확인해보고 싶은
Oh, but
게
there's still nowhere for me to go.
이쪽에
Maybe I have to do more story stages, and then this gate unlocks for me?
저긴
Because that's definitely the can in there. But it will not let me enter at this point. What does this teleporter do? That's not one. It's just a fake one. Okay.
이쪽에
Let's go to the
신경
can
쓰여.
shelf again. Turn it in. Put our second one in there. Oh, I need 4 more to get the next one. Okay, alright. Okay, so... Settings, audio, English voice. Holy crap, did you guys think you'd ever see the day? I have to download. Alright. Give it a minute while it downloads this. Maybe you have to do the story to open the gate. Yeah, I feel like that's probably the answer. At least it's loading pretty quickly. I've literally never played it in English, so there's no... I never downloaded the voice files for it. %. It's nap time again. You get a sticker for collecting all the cans? Yeah, that's not super exciting, is it? But at least you get something, I guess. Unless there's a secret one. Could be a secret one. You know, there might be like an all cans reward that you don't know about. It's probably copium. Alright, there we go. Did it keep it? Yes. Okay. Cool. Yeah, story 1. Hey, it's the fishing game. That's pretty cool. That's a fun scene. Hey, this looks exactly like the map in Stellar Blade. Dude, the integration is so good. Okay, so obviously we're using E. And we'll use E-leg. Ensure privity. Didn't see that new skin coming for her, by the way. And sure, we'll
Let's stick together while we're at
or you know what? Let's use the counters. We should use the counters.
Time to put my turn.
ready to go.
There we go. All right, so we got the counters, Eve and E-leg. Very hodgepodge team. Oh, I need to auto this. Dude, it's gonna be so weird hearing them in English.
Commander, are you busy at the moment?
Your phone's been blowing up for a while. Why don't you check it? You've gotten so many messages, you could probably compile them into a novel. Did you borrow money from someone and not pay them back?
No, I'm just tired.
Makes sense.
Dude, I'm tired IRL. I don't know if we'll make it through all the story missions. I might have to end the stream after
Be
this
that
one.
as it may, you really ought to check your messages, Commander. It might be something urgent. Yes?
I'd have to agree.
Yo,
Would it
who is
be okay
blowing up
if
our
I
phone?
check them for you?
Don't do it, Rappy. What if they're all flirty messages from different nikkes? You might end up resenting the commander.
Yeah, Rappy probably would.
Commander,
She's
please
become
check
very
your
attached.
messages.
Dude, this is a very loquacious robot.
Master, what's wrong? You're white as a sheet. Are you okay?
Need to go to the
Right now?
surface. We're gonna meet some new friends. Found some humans.
Say that again?
Quote unquote humans.
Are these the coordinates Rome gave us?
That's right.
They found a human anyway.
Wow. Humans on the surface. I thought there weren't any survivors up here.
That's the official claim by the central government, at least.
Wowee! So we might be able to witness a historic moment. Potentially, but Rome might also be mistaken.
I mean, technically we know about Eden. They're on the surface, so, you know. Of course, the official government doesn't
Commander,
really acknowledge them
explosions
either
up ahead.
anyway. I'm being too nitpicky.
What are those things?
I think they're robots, but I've never seen anything quite like them. What the? It just keeps attacking.
That's the Lily's voice that I know.
Rapture. Even if we do run, it'd be nice to know where we are.
That's good, Kikro.
This is bad. It's only a matter of time. before the
Honestly, they got a lot of
gets hit.
flack in the main game. They weren't popular.
I think it'd be best for us to conduct a bit more recon before moving out. We have no idea what these
Is Eve
raptor
actually human?
things are.
I mean, I won't answer that question.
We're in big trouble.
It's not the end of the world. Machines can be repaired. If one of us gets hurt, though, then we're really screwed. We don't have any proper medical facilities around us. Any injury could potentially be fatal.
But basically, it's a cyberpunk kind of
Our
thing. Like,
robot
everyone's
friend here
sort
seems
of
to have
like
called for backup. So let's wait.
cyborg.
Commander, Nikke.
Maybe it's just panicking and shouting random phrases.
Let's hope not.
Rome, are you safe?
Commander.
Looks like the cavalry finally arrived.
Humans? Is it really true? Wow, this is my first time seeing humans! What are you talking about? I see humans every day. I know, but it sounded better if I said it that way.
Why is Neon so weird?
All
We'll talk later. First, we need to take care of these raptures.
Right. Well, shall we? Let's.
Encounter.
Safety first!
Oh, I forgot to put on Eve's new outfit. Give her the keyhole dress. We haven't tried it yet.
I'll keep moving. All clear.
Phew. I've got to be honest. I think we did particularly well.
See
this
what they
time
say when they
around.
actually get a chance to talk now.
Incredible.
Commander.
Rome, your condition.
Problem.
No problem.
You saved me.
Still as dramatic as ever.
Combat UI is different? Yeah. We are the counter squad. We're the special commandos under the employ of the central government. And you are?
Oh, we're... Is it true? Are you guys really human?
You're awfully interested as to whether we're human. Or just like that robot. Yes, we're humans.
Where did you come from?
What do you mean? Where else could we have come from other than Zion?
I've never heard of this Zion. That transport aircraft behind you. Did you come here on that?
Indeed we did. We call it Tetrapod. Although one of the calipers is broken at the moment. So it'd be more accurate to call it Tripod.
Do you know anything about nikkes?
You mean what Rome was talking about? It asked if we were nikkes. Can you tell us where we are? We're not familiar with this place, and I'm unable to pull up any coordinates.
Rappy, are you thinking about what I'm thinking?
Yes, that seems to be the case.
I'll contact the deputy chief.
Please do.
Oh no.
Yeah, we already know what's going on
The
here.
D-Wave.
It's the gatekeeper.
Uh-oh.
Why don't we all have a seat? We have a lot to discuss.
Indeed, they do. D-wave anomaly, yep. That's a cute wallpaper right there. Mysterious monsters called Natiba. They've been fighting to protect and reclaim the
Your
planet from the
situation isn't all
Nativas.
that different from ours.
The people there, are they happy? Chipper, hee hee, ha ha, happy.
We're trying our best to be.
Me too. I want to take a lot of photos. Happy photos. Everyone together and happy. Hee hee, ha ha.
Hee hee ha ha.
It really is awfully similar.
I realize it may be a little insensitive to compare our situations like this, but given that we're at least on the surface of our planet, we're a little better off than you all are here. Then, you guys aren't human?
Well, I guess not. To be honest, though, you can't really tell the difference unless we get hurt or something.
We found it
Interesting.
hard to believe that humans could still exist up on the surface. Which is why Rome and all of us reacted the way we did.
I see. It just caught us a bit off guard, that's all.
Alright. I understand that this isn't the world we came from. And from what I'm hearing, this kind of thing has happened a couple of times before. So my question is there a way we can go back to our world?
There is a way. You need to awaken or defeat the rapture known as the Gatekeeper. It's what is responsible for bringing you here.
Based on our investigations, the source of this D-Wave is somewhere within a 40-kilometer radius of our current location. The D-Wave signal covers a wide area, but unlike previous cases, it is significantly weaker this time around.
Not to be too
Also,
much
anything
of a
that
nitpicker
Gatekeeper
here,
summons
but like,
normally emits a large amount of D-Wave energy.
did they
Well,
just
if you
transport
are
an
more
entire
weak
part
D-Wave
of
energy,
the Stellar Blade
enough
world
to be
over
barely
here?
detectable
Like, we
from
shouldn't
the
be
Earth.
in a city from their world, right?
What would be the explanation behind that?
The patterns change every time, so it's difficult for us to come up with anything conclusive.
It's easier to simply accept that it's different this time around and move on.
Got it. The situation inherently doesn't make sense, so attempting to analyze it won't help. Then, should we search this area?
In theory, yes. But it's a wide area to comb over.
Yikes.
That's not something we'd be
Yikes.
able to cover on foot.
Thanks for that input,
We'll have to
Lily.
use the tetrapod.
Any chance the Ark could lend some assistance?
They're searching as we speak, but it's slow going.
How about venturing out with an exosuit?
Transported Adam's whole
I don't
ship
think that's
and
a
a
good
whole
idea.
city along with it
They're meant to be
onto the
piloted solo.
surface.
If they fall behind, that'd be the end of that.
Well, we certainly wouldn't want that.
Gatekeeper getting more powerful
Guess
with
we
each
need to
collab,
focus on
for real.
repairing the tetrapod.
That does seem to be the only option. Let's just hope that the damage is something manageable. Is there any place nearby we could find spare parts?
Whenever you're up on the surface and need spare parts, we typically have to go scavenging.
Huh? Another way our situations are similar.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's familiar for them.
Much appreciated. But we have no way of knowing if the specs would match.
If Rappy's firearm is any indication, I'd say our technology doesn't differ too wildly from theirs. The specifications aren't identical, of course, but it should be possible to get it to work.
Alright then. Let's head out.
Exploring an unknown world. How exciting!
I will go with them. You two should stay back and give the tetrapod a proper once-over.
What? Why don't we go together?
Securing a way back is our top priority. We need to make sure there's nothing else wrong with the ship other than the caliper. Don't worry. I'll be back.
Have you got any combat experience?
Huh.
I don't think I'm too bad.
Don't
Literally
undersell
made to do
yourself.
combat.
You're better than not too bad.
Good. Then let's go.
I'm going too.
Might be
I'm a
dangerous.
transport robot. I can carry parts.
Alright, if you insist. Alright, field change. Go to field now. Let's see. Does that open up where that can was? Did it drain the water? It did not drain the water.
I'm a little bothered.
Can I
by
do
things
this
over
now?
here. Going in.
No. Alright, I must need to do more stages. Okay, well I'm going to collect some mission rewards. Let's go to the shop. Kind of getting tired. I have some other things I need to do. So unfortunately I am going to have to end the stream before going through everything. I will be streaming tomorrow at the normal time. So of course we might buy a couple things like the Neuralink Pass and things like that. But most of the fun probably needs to stay until Raven is released, so I know what I actually need to buy. Wait, I thought I was trying to go to the shop. Did I buy anything? Okay, here we go. We will buy nothing. We have no currency yet. Okay. Last thing I'll do is go back and try on Eve's new keyhole dress. Dude, I'm already enjoying this collab so much. And just going through that mini-map and like seeing the Stellar Blade world made me so nostalgic.
Need a reason to help people.
And I think I need to manually change the lobby too. Yeah, I do. Lobby. Since we already have her in her green plant diving suit for the MLB, we'll change her to her keyhole dress for the one of her standing. Wherever she is. Alright. I think that's... Oh, I still didn't even do Sin Room. Alright, I'm gonna have some work to do probably like tomorrow morning when I hop up to be able to play before reset. And yeah. We'll do more Stellar Blade Nikke stuff tomorrow, as well as some Ethereum Restart. There's so much stuff to do in games right now. But yeah, this collab is a banger in so many ways. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. And if you guys haven't tried Stellar Blade, I really encourage you to try it. Whether it's for PlayStation, of course you won't get your skin. FU shift up, or PC. It's a really good game. You should definitely try it. I recommend it 100%. So yeah. All right. Anyway, hope you guys have a good night, good morning, afternoon, or whatever time it is for you guys in the world where you guys are at. And I'll catch you guys in the next video or stream.
The music here isn't too bad either. Take your time. I'll just be here enjoying it.